Today we are here in Dublin just before the Nevo electric vehicle show in partnership with Bank of Ireland and before the Irish launch of the Cyberster here in the stunning yellow colour. We're going to have a look around the outside, the inside. We've already had this on the channel when we looked at it first in London, but today we're going to get into more details. So with the wheels, we've got 20-inch wheels, and the same ones that we saw in London, but in London with the red car, we had the red accent here on the actual alloy itself, but we don't have it on the yellow. We do still have those red Brembo brakes, which kind of leads to the fact of it's a high-performance electric two-seater, and they definitely want to make it stop when it is stopping, but it's got the Pirellis on it as well, so they're not skimping on the parts that they're using on the new MG Cyberster. So down along the side of the Cyberster, you're starting to see some design elements that are being replicated. So we've got this nice little arrow element down here that's very similar to the rear lights. We've got the body color door mirror with the indicator built in, retractable, and the 360-degree camera. We've got some gloss black along the bottom that turns into a nice little aero feature. And because of that 100th anniversary edition, we've got that 100th anniversary down here. But stylistically, I think it's a beautiful looking car. With the boot release, it is not powered, but it holds it all the way up, and it's a fairly substantial piece of structure with those gas struts either side, and it does stay up by itself. There was talks of it being a very small boot, but it's actually not bad. You'd fit probably one carry-on luggage and some other extra elements, but this is really a weekend getaway. You're not going to be traveling for 2 weeks holidays and leaving this at the airport, really. So you're going to get your charging cables, etc. into here. So not a bad boot for a two-seater Roadster. So lots of controllability. I'm not sure if that's a word on the key itself. So you can open the left door, the right door, and the boot. So with that, we're going to see if we can do it. That's the left door. You have to hold it down a small bit just to get that door to activate the right door. You can also bring the car forward and back, kind of like a summon mode. So it's great. And then you can lock it down again. Just have to hold it down. My patience needs a bit of extra work. Press it for a long time, and then it'll do what it's told. There we go. But nice smooth motion, feels real good, the quality of it as well, and the fact we saw how quickly that roof goes up and goes down as well. So overall, a really nice package with the MG Cyberster. Hopefully you get to see it at the Nevo electric vehicle show in partnership with Bank of Ireland this weekend. If not, it's going to be here in Ireland. We're saying summer to the start of autumn of 2024, and really looking forward to seeing this on the road. So with the Cyberster, it is 100 years since MG was founded in 1924, which is Morris Garage. I'm loving the styling of this. It's the first two-seater sports car from MG since the MG ZF. It's going to come in a rear-wheel drive 231 kilowatt motor, around 300 horsepower, and then an all-wheel drive 200 kilowatt with a 340 horsepower. 0 to 100 in under 3 seconds, we're being told, and that all-wheel drive can uncouple the front motor when it's not needed. It's 4.5 meters long. It's slightly shorter than the Model 3. It's 1.9 meters wide and 1.3 meters tall with a 2.7 meter wheelbase. It's 600 millimeters longer and 200 millimeters wider than the Mazda MX-5, or Miata as you'd say in North America. It's 150 millimeters longer and 100 millimeters wider than the Porsche 718 Boxster. Weight, it's 1850 kgs for the rear wheel drive and 1985 kgs for the all wheel drive. Price is to be confirmed. You can see here doors opening and closing, etc. Really nice styling, this yellow with the black, and I think with the indicators and the arrows. We didn't talk much about the rear of this car. I couldn't get really in behind it to do some filming on it. You can see the 360-degree camera and the black button there, that's the manual open for it. But the colours that it's going to come in 5 different colours. It's going to come in inky yellow, which is this one. We've seen the dynamic red already in our previous video in London. There's going to be a cosmic silver, an urban grey, and lastly then a white with a red roof, which we've seen some images of online. Interior, there will be a grey that you've seen here at the yellow version, and there'll also then be a black and red version that we would have seen in the previous video over in London. Hood will only be available at the moment in the black. We're not getting the red hood, and I think that white with the red hood is even more stylistically, just looks really well on the road. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Some people say it's not really an MG. Others are saying, you know what, fair play, it's definitely up in the stakes with regards to a two-seater electric sports car. It's not the lightest, don't get me wrong, though, there's a lot of excess on this with the likes of the scissor doors. It's not built to be super efficient with regards to range, etc. It's going to be yeah, with those kind of, you know, we're getting 2 different battery sizes. We're also getting the different all-wheel drive or the rear-wheel drive. There's a lot of things still to be confirmed with regards to what exactly is going to be the European's final specs. The 2 different trims, we know the only difference is going to be not 2 different trims, 2 different motors, and there'll be a slightly different alloy wheel on the all-wheel drive versus the rear-wheel drive. So, do you know what? I think it's fair play to MG number 1. It was a huge success at the electric vehicle show last weekend in Dublin. It was 6 and 7 deep when it was unveiled. So the public are interested in it as well. It's just all going to come down to price. So it's probably going to be above 70,000 euros, which is a lot of money. But do you know what? There's a lot of people out there that want something different, something for the weekend. They'll have that expendable cash. And it's not exactly an MG4, an MG5 or a ZS, but it is a beautiful, beautiful 2-seater sports car. Let's go back and have a look on the inside of the MG Cyberster. So with the roof, it's all automated, and you press the button internally and you hold it down, and it's a really fast opening roof and closing roof. So we're going to close it up. I believe you can do this up to 30 kilometers an hour. Nice and cozy feeling here, and it all locks in. And then the other way to take it down, super fast. Really impressed with that. And it sounds sturdy as well. So with the interior of the Cyberster, we've got the actual full steering wheel, whereas on some of the imagery we've seen the yoke steering wheel, but it's got a round top, flat bottom, 3-spoke, and a lot of different buttons and knobs. We're not driving it today, we're only going to have a look on the inside of it. But it seems nice, and it's got that color-coded 2-tone leather effect, vegan leather going on. You've got 3 screens, a central and 2 wings, and then another screen for the actual climate control. All touch buttons, but kind of touch panels. We would like to see a bit more physicality. And then you've got your drive selectors, your parking, reverse, neutral, etc. down the middle of it as well. Probably a bit much of gloss black going on, probably too much gloss black going on, lots of fingerprint magnets. But overall, with the grab handle, with the suede effect, with that stitch leather, the fit, the feel, the quality, even these seats, everything feels really well made. And with that price tag that we're hearing from the UK between 50 and 60,000 pounds, it needs to live up to that standard, because there's going to be premium brands, and not that MG isn't a premium brand, but historically you're going to be talking the likes of the Audis, the Germans, that are going to be coming looking for this electric 2-seater market, and the newer Tesla models, the likes of the Roadster, if and when we ever get it. This needs to stand up to it. It's a nice feeling. I'm really looking forward to taking it for a drive. But yeah, maybe a bit too many screens, maybe a bit too much gloss black going on, but overall, I think it's a nice package. So storage inside the Cyberster, as well as that boot, we have got the glove box, but also behind the seats here, you've got some nice place for handbags, small shop and stuff, etc. So it's nice that they're thinking of more storage areas as well and making it more practical. Hopefully you've enjoyed my second look around the MG Cyberster. Really looking forward to taking it for a drive, number 1, but also if you've liked the video, jump into the comments, let us know what you think, subscribe to the channel, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching.